Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about Grubhub Pay Model. So one of the many concerns that any gig worker should be having on how any gig platform works is the pay model associated with said platform. And today we're going to be talking about Grubhub's pay model. So with that said, I want to go over everything you must know about Grubhub's pay model, what they tell you about it, how it actually is, and everything in between. So before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that some of the things I may talk about in this video may be market dependent. So what applies to me in my market may not necessarily apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. The Grubhub pay model. Our transparent pay model is based on the experiences of our Grubhub delivery partners. That's actually one thing I do have to say. Their pay model is probably the most transparent in comparison to anybody else in this particular niche. So positive overall, just saying. If you deliver in the state of California, learn more about how Prop 22 impacts your pay. Quick note about that, we're not going to be going too much into Prop 22 in this video, so I'm just going to leave an article that Grubhub notes in this subject about it, so feel free to check that out if you're a California resident. But the pay model operates as follows. Delivery pay plus Grubhub contribution plus tips plus missions and special offers equals total pay. Now, that's not 100% accurate because missions and special offers operate outside of the accept modal. So when you receive an offer on the app, the pay model is going to show delivery pay plus tips. It's not going to show the Grubhub contribution because they may not contribute anything. One, not on a scheduled block, or if you don't have 90% offer commitment rate, which most people don't. And missions and special offers are something that operates completely outside of the accept modal, and that's for a completely different video, but we will touch upon it in this video. Delivery pay. The amount you earn per delivery is a combination of your base pay and any applicable bonuses. Your base pay accounts for factors including mileage, delivery type, time spent delivering, and your local market. I don't know of any particular bonuses that have applied to my delivery pay. Like, they don't talk about boost or anything like that. Every bonuses or special offers are usually operated through missions. So usually it's just base pay. And base pay, from what I understand, is a minimum of $3 per order. But that also said, I have never even seen a $3 offer. Usually the lowest I've seen is $3.50, $4, things like that. I rarely ever see a $3 offer specifically. So take that with a grain of salt. Grubhub contribution. Slow day, we've got you covered. This is us doing our part to make sure you earn a minimum guaranteed rate for your local market when you toggle on for a scheduled block and meet acceptance rate criteria. So I've made a video about scheduled blocks already. If you want to check that out, that video will be in the description. Tips. You keep 100% of your tips always. And here's the best part about this. They do not hide tips in comparison to DoorDash or Uber Eats. There is no hidden tip system. You see it, that's what it is. Can a customer increase the tip after? Yes, but that is also kind of rare within itself. Missions and special offers. Grubhub delivery partners can boost their pay by completing missions, exciting ways to earn extra cash by reaching goals in a set amount of time, *, and participating in fun sweepstakes. weeks. All special offers and Grubhub contributions are subject to specific markets and time periods. Now, missions are something that they use as a form of promo pay. Honestly, I have never really pursued missions overall because the way they work is like you complete 5 deliveries in this set amount of time without skipping more than 2 or something like that, and you'll earn an extra $5, which is basically an extra $1 per delivery, and that's also assuming you're not skipping any. They like to play games with this to where you're not necessarily guaranteed to even complete the mission, but if you do, you're probably gonna get some crappy orders in between everything, and it's only gonna lead to an extra $1 per order, which does not necessarily make up for the loss in tips by you accepting a bad offer. Again, take it with a grain of salt. How delivery partners get paid. Delivery partners can choose between 2 different payment options. Direct deposit. Get your balance sent directly to your bank account every Thursday. So payday is on Thursdays, assuming that you're not using the second option, instant cash out. Cash out whenever you want to your bank account. Free for Chase Bank customers and 50 cents each for other bank customers. Or cash out directly to your debit card for 50 cents per transaction. Now I'm gonna go over instant cash out in another video, but if you are a Chase Bank user, this is free for you. You could just get it sent every day. If not, you will have to be charged 50 cents per cash out, which can add up if you're using it more than once a day. Now, that also said, they said it'll cost 50 cents if you cash out directly to your debit card. There's a difference between linking your debit card and linking your bank account, so keep that in mind as well. A few important things to know. If you receive an offer that has multiple orders, we'll calculate the estimated total time and mileage for all orders together. If you receive an offer that has 2 orders for the same restaurant or an offer that has 2 different restaurants on the same order, that means they're gonna calculate it based on the total mileage you're driving. So if you're taking 2 orders going in the same direction and they're paying out, let's say $20 for 8 miles, your base pay is gonna be based on the 8 miles you are driving, not the fact that it's 2 offers. Total daily pay for mileage, time, and any applicable promotions or bonuses will be shown as delivery pay at the top of your pay summary. And that's gonna look something like this. If you receive an offer before completing your current delivery, we'll calculate the estimated time and mileage for the new offer starting from where you completed the current delivery. So let's say you accept an offer on the way to the customer you are completing, right? And you accept that offer. You're not getting paid from the place specifically in which you accepted the offer. You're getting paid based on the fact that you're at the customer's place and you completed that order. From there to the next restaurant to the next customer is what you'll be paid for. Time and mileage estimates are set when you receive the offer. So let's say you have to take a detour around the current route you're going because of a road closure or because of some other physical challenge from your ability to complete an offer. Whatever that looks like, that isn't going to affect your pay. That is literally, they are calculating it based on the route in which they believe would be the most efficient. Whether or not that route is actually possible is a completely different story. Do Grubhub drivers see tips? Grubhub drivers are able to view their tip after accepting an order. Their tip information is available under each order within the tasks section, which the tasks section is only available when you actually have an offer. So it would be in the top right corner of your screen when you accept an order. There's a little bubble there, and you could see all that information on your task list. Now, I do have a few side notes that I would like to go over in this video. Income expectations will vary. So, as I said on my Grubhub review video, the income expectations are going to vary based on your market. Metro areas will have more orders coming in at the the same time, an area like mine is not going to have as many offers. Also, if you are going into this with how much can I make per hour, you already are not in the right mindset to be a gig worker. You are paid for the work you do, not the time you put in. Schedule block minimums are not to be pursued. So I already touched on schedule blocks a little bit more than I thought I would be in this video, but there is a minimum expectation you can earn if you are on block and if you are having a 90% offer commitment rate overall. But this is not a number that you should be pursuing at all, because one, you could blow away that number in most cases anyway. And number two, the rating system that usually works with Grubhub schedule blocks is usually met with a lot of manipulative games as far as scheduling commitment and offer commitment has gone. And honestly, it's hardly worth pursuing, to be perfectly honest with you. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about on the Grubhub rating system, I actually made a video about that as well. I'll leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out as well. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about Grubhub's pay model that I did not mention in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody knows everything they must know about the Grubhub pay model, so that way they can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.